This is going to take quoting. It's going to up the level of quoting. So the quality of your quotes, just by doing this, is going to go so high, so incredibly high, so high that customers haven't seen quotes that look like that. And it's going to take you so little time. It's going to take you under 10 seconds. So from like when a lead comes into your website, when somebody submits information, when somebody calls, you're going to be able to send them a quote with as many options as you'd like, multiple options, pictures, descriptions, your company info, and you're going to send it to their phone and to their email, and it's going to take you under 10 seconds every single time. So even if like they're like, hey, I want PPF and ceramic coating and tint and new radio and anything they want, under 10 seconds. So everything we do today is going to be a fresh start, just like if you were to do it completely fresh start. We're going to just pretend like we're taking a phone call. Okay, so I'm on the Tint Wiz dashboard, and this is what it looks like from a desktop. You can also use Tint Wiz from obviously an iPhone app as well as an Android app. I'm just going to add contact, and we're going to take a brand new call. And I'm going to get that person's name, which I'm going to use David, because I see David Rosenberg just left a comment. So David. And then I'm going to get David's phone number. And that's really all I'm going to get. And I'm going to hit Save Contact in this case. I'm going to hit Add Project. And I'm going to ask David, what's the year, make, and model of your vehicle? And let's say they have a Tesla Model 3. Let's go with a Model 3 for the day. And it's a 2021. And it'll be black. And I'm going to create project. And now I'm going to quote the Tesla Model 3 owner. I'm going to tell them how much the tint is and so on. And if they want to schedule, just hit Schedule Appointment, and you're going to schedule them. Super easy. For today, we're going to focus on two areas. We're going to focus on the service area and the proposal area. Now, we're going to do this in steps. So I want to kind of start, just like you would, and then we're going to show you, how you'll set it up the first time, and then how you'll reuse it every other time after that. And then we'll start with window film, and then we can expand to other services like PPF or anything. It can be any service now, absolutely any service. So we're going to start off with window tint, and we're going to start off giving this customer some options for their Tesla. Now, if you're wondering why it's taken more than 10 seconds, it's because it's the first time you're doing it. The first time it will take more than 10 seconds. Every other time after that, it's just going to take a click. So we're going to go to Create Proposal, and we're going to start by creating a good, better, best scenario just for the customer. So we're going to say good. And for this one, we're going to use Upsell, and let's use the CS. Okay, and you can see that the notes are going to pop up in here. And if you wanted to customize these any way you want, you can, and you can hit save, and those notes are going to be saved there forever for you every time you pick that film. We're going to price that film, and then I'm going to actually attach a picture. Now, I'm just going to attach a picture. You can attach as many pictures here as you want. So I'm going to attach this picture I have handy, but like I said, you can attach as many as you want. And we've uploaded it to that solution, and I'm going to hit Save Solution. And that's created one option for the customer. Now let me create another option for the customer. And this one's going to be a better option. Now, even if they didn't ask you about different options, it's a best practice to show them all what's possible, because you never know how they'll end up upselling themselves. When you show them what exists, when they have a chance to read through it, look through pictures and so on, you don't know what they're going to end up picking, and this is a prime opportunity to show them the options you have. So we're going to make that better scenario. And now we're going to do one more solution for this one. Actually, we're going to do two more. We're going to do a best. So this one, let's do Upsell XR Plus. And we'll price this one at $550. And again, I'm just including one picture. You're going to be able to include as many pictures as you'd like when you do this. This is just, as an example. And I'm going to hit Save Solution. Okay, so I've created three solutions. Now I'm going to create one more option. I'm going to put windshield, clear, heat blocking ceramic. And I want to show you why I'm doing this. I mean, one reason is because you're going to make more money. But another reason is because I want to show you how this feature works. So we're going to do a windshield for $250. Okay, and I'm going to actually attach a picture of a windshield. So Jerry asked, what are they pictures of? So Jerry, they can be pictures of other vehicles you've done with the same window film or service, PPF, whatever it is. They can be images from Upsell's website, different marketing images, anything you want really you can put in there, anything that you think is going to help sell the customer. So they can even be pictures of your shop and your mid-installation pictures of other installations you've done. It's just really a place that you can wow the customer. Because if you put pictures of other Teslas, they're able to see that right then and there. What better way to, you know, wow the customer and show them that you're the right choice? So we've created 4 solutions right here, okay? And let me just show you what that proposal looks like, what that quote looks like real quick. And I hit view. And this is what it looks like. It has your company information at the top. It has the customer's information. It has the year, make, and model. And then you have different solutions. They could go with this solution. They could go with this solution. Or they could go with this solution. Now, on solution 4, what I wanted to show you was, because I want to do the windshield as an add-on, I'm going to click Allow Select Together. And that's going to make a solution combinable with another solution instead of an either or. So now when we look at this proposal and we come down to the windshield, you'll see that they could go with this option for film, and they could add the windshield if they want. Okay, so you get it. So what we created here was a good, a better, or a best. And of course, they can add a windshield if they want. And then you can also customize your notes down here, and you can customize where your links go, and you can put your fine print and so on. Okay, and you can send that to the customer really easily. All you're going to do is hit send. And in this case, we didn't get an email address, so we only got a phone, so we'll just send it to their phone, and that's it. Now, that is something you could have done, last week as well in Tint Wiz. Amazing, I agree. However, that's not the new feature. The new feature is this magic right here. So what we can do now is click Canned Proposal, and let's save this as Expel 3 options plus windshield. Okay, and I'm going to hit save. And now I've just saved that as a proposal. So now let's start a new phone call. Let's, start over. And let's take a new phone call and let's talk to Mary. Let's get Mary's phone number. Save contact. I'm going to hit add project and get the year, make, and model. And Mary's going to have, let's say, a Toyota Camry. And let's say it's a brand new one, a 2012. And I like to put the color. I think the color is very helpful. I can show you why after. And I'm going to create project. Now watch how quickly I can send this proposal to her. I can simply go to create proposal, and I'm going to see any previous proposals I've saved there. So I can just click expel 3 options plus windshield, and then I can just go to send, and I can hit send. And to Mary now, I've sent this quote that again has our information at the top. It has her year, make, and model, her information here. It has those 3 saved options that we had included. And then we have that windshield add-on. So there's good, better, best, and then the windshield. And you can create as many versions of this as you want. And if you even want to create more options, it's so easy because we can come back to this proposal and watch this. If we want to create another option, and let's just call this one sunroof. Clear, ceramic for sunroof, or reflective. I would put a reflective on a sunroof. So maybe heat blocking, reflective, because a reflective option is going to be a lot safer for a sunroof than a ceramic option. And for expels reflective, I believe that would be the HP black, I think. And let's say we're going to do an $80 sunroof. Maybe it's a small sunroof, and I'm going to click Allow Select Together. Now watch this. I can hit Save Solution, and I can go back up here to Canned Proposals, and I'm going to call this one Expel 3 options plus windshield. Let's call it windshield plus sunroof. And I'm going to hit save. And now watch this. When we go back in to create another customer and we take a call from Danny, and maybe we get Danny's phone number, hopefully we're getting his phone number, and we're hitting year, make, and model, doesn't matter what it is, add project, year, make, and model. And let's say this one's going to be an Acura CL 99. Beautiful vehicle. We hit create project. Now watch, when we go to create proposal, we have 2 options here. We have that expel 3 options plus windshield, and we have that expel 3 options plus windshield and sunroof. And you can see here, manage proposals. You can also see all the different canned proposals you've saved over time. So you can create as many of these as you want. You can create specific proposals that are for Tesla customers, specific ones that have a good, better, best, specific ones for SUVs versus sedans. You'll be able to create as many of these as you want. And you can even, just like I showed you, if we go to edit an existing proposal, so if we were to just, let's say we wanted to create a proposal, but we don't want to create it from scratch. We want to use a previous proposal. You can just come in here and let's grab this proposal, okay? And let's just go to manage. And we can edit this however we want. So if we want to add something in here, whatever it is, let's call it like Expel Ultimate. And hypothetically, let's do ultimate plus and let's do a partial front coverage, and we'll call that 1250. And we'll allow select together. And I have a picture handy. Let's do that of some PPF. So let's say that partial. And I hit that start upload. Now check this out. So again, when we look at this proposal, or what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit can proposal, and I'm going to do expel 3 options plus windshield plus partial front PPF. And I hit save. Oh, I got to make a price down here. It's alerting me that I didn't put a price. I didn't hit save solution. So now that I hit save solution, I'm going to hit save on that name. Okay, and I can send that option to the customer just by hitting send. But again, now what I want to show you is by editing and resaving that proposal, if we were to, let's say, jump back into Danny, and let's create a new project for Danny. He has another vehicle. And let's make this one an Aston Martin, DB9, and we go ahead and create a project. Again, you're going to see now when we create a proposal, now we have 3 options. We have that one with the partial front PPF, we have the one with the windshield and sunroof, and we have the one with just the windshield. So you'll be able to create as many of these as you want. So what this means is you can really take your time and create the best, like most beautiful proposal that includes pictures of your own shop and of maybe mid-installation, and start over time to break them down by, maybe a unique proposal set up for Corvettes, and then you make one for Tesla customers. And I'm not saying you make one for every vehicle type, but you can start to take those customers that stand out, the ones that you think may be interested in all those better options, and you can, spend a couple minutes and create those unique proposals for them. And for everybody, for every single customer that you speak to, you should be sending them a proposal. Even if they tell you the price is too high, even if they tell you they're not interested, it takes you a few seconds to create that proposal and send it, and it's worth it. But let me show you how much faster this is about to get, because we already understand now. We can go name and phone, year, make, and model, and we can just come down into proposals and pick any of the previous ones we've picked, and then we can just hit send. So I mean, super, super easy, okay? But watch how much better this gets if you use lead forms. I feel like if you're not using lead forms, you're truly, truly missing out, because watch how convenient the lead form is. Now, there's a lot of ways you can use a lead form, but the way I want to start by showing you is just simply, instead of having a contact page with a form that goes to your email, you can instead have a lead form from Tint Wiz, and it's going to look the same. However, when somebody submits their information, it's going to go into your Tint Wiz as well as your email, as well as an app notification. But the key is it goes straight into Tint Wiz, and let me show you the advantage of that. So we're going to go to add new lead form, and let's call this our contact page lead form, okay? And let's go to save changes. And now we've just created a lead form, but I'm going to come down here and I'm going to hit edit. I want to edit that lead form, okay? And we're going to edit this lead form, and we're going to say, let's add year, make, and model. And let's add maybe some fields here. Let's add a checkbox, and let's say services you're interested in. And, obviously you'll create that however you like. Let's say window tint, paint protection, ceramic coating, paint correction, detailing, etc. And you'll be able to create these however you want. And you can add titles, subtitles, every type of, anything you want to do to the form. You can edit every part of it, the background colors, the font, everything, including where they go once they submit it. So if I move over, you're going to see right over here, you can actually redirect customers to another page once they submit that form. But now check out what we just did here. We just created a form real quick, right? And if I go back to that form, this is the code I would use right here to put it on your website, or you would use to put on your website. You would use that embed code. Now, if we want to look at what that form looks like right now, this is what it looks like, because that form also can live on its own URL like this. So it's a shareable form too, has your company logo and everything. Now, the form itself is this middle part right here. Now, when a customer uses this form, instead of using their normal contact form, they're going to type in their name, they're going to type in their phone number, email, year, make, and model, and they're going to say what they're interested in. Maybe they're interested in detailing and paint protection and would like a quote for all options. Okay? Now watch this. When they submit their information is instantly in Tint Wiz as a new lead. So if I click in here, there's Paul, came from the contact page. This is the day and time. If I click here, here's Paul. He's already in here. He was an inquiry. And watch how fast this goes. I can click into Paul. I can click Add Project. Year, make, and models filled in for me. Create Project. Go to Create Proposal. I can send him this proposal with the PPF. I can hit Send. And Send. And Send. And I just sent that to his email and to his phone number. So to his email and through his text message. And on top of that, the status of this now just went to sent. And I'm going to be able to see if he views it because it'll go to viewed when he views it. The day and time of a view is recorded. So now if I also sent it to Mary, hypothetically, just to show you how flexible it is, you can send it to multiple people straight from right here. And just hit send proposal, and you can see that you can send it to as many people as you'd like. And when they view it, you're individually alerted that they've viewed it. So you can see that now when a lead comes in from your website, instead of it going into your email, you checking your email, you calling them, or you texting them something, instead, it can go straight from your email, straight into Tint Wiz, and you can send them a quote in a few seconds, in just a couple seconds, okay? Now, I want to jump into services and show you what services are all about. And for that, let's have a brand new customer and work with a brand new customer. So let's hit add contact. And this one is going to be Carrie. We'll get Carrie's phone number. And I do recommend you get her email. I skip the email because I don't want anybody to think an email is mandatory. Okay, that's why I skip it in the examples. It's not mandatory. You can do everything through text message as well. But you might as well, the way to do it is just say, and who am I speaking with? When people say, I want a quote for tint for my BMW, perfect. And who am I speaking with? And Carrie, in case we get disconnected, what's your phone number? And Carrie, what's your email address? I'll send you a confirmation at the end of this call. And that's it. You just ask for it and put it in there. We're going to hit save contact. I'm going to hit add project. And then I'm going to ask them, is this for your car, home, or business? Or what's the year, make, and model of your vehicle? And we'll put it in there. And let's go with a Tesla. I want to go with a Cybertruck this time. It's 2022 probably. And we're going to make it silver because they're probably all going to be silver. And I'm going to hit create project. Okay? Now I want to show you what the service area is. The service area, the way I like to think about it, is the service area is like areas like your menu. Okay? So your service area is like a menu of all your different services. Okay? Everything you offer can be there. It can be window tint related, it can be PPF, it can be ceramic coating, it can be different packages of ceramic coating, it can be 12-volt accessories, it can be absolutely anything you want. You can just create a service and put it in there. You can create sub-services and so on. So let's do it. And we're going to use paint protection as an option or as an example. And I'm going to show you, and we'll create different services. And I want to show you how they relate to proposals, because the idea is services are your menu and proposal are ways that you present your menu to your customers. So you can just have a ton of proposals, and that's perfect. But you'll find that by setting up your services, it's going to make you faster at creating unique proposals when those times come down to. And you're also able to create invoices for customers. In those instances, you don't need to create a proposal. So if a customer just comes in and you schedule them, you don't need to create a proposal. You'll just go to services, pick your services, and go to invoice, and that's it. So let me show you what I'm talking about. We're going to hit add service. And you can see we don't have any services now, so it's prompting me. And I want to use paint protection film as my first service. So we're going to do that. And we're going to add a few different packages. So let's do a partial package. And then let's do a service description. And this is where you can take time building out a description that makes you proud. Okay? I put my price in. If you want, you can edit it later on the fly as you want. And we're going to hit save as a canned service. And that's it. I just saved that as a service. And now if I want to add more services, all I do is hit add service, create new service. And let's go ahead and just add a bunch of services, okay? And I'm going to do another paint protection film. This one's going to be a full package. This one's going to be, here's the description. And then here's the price. And let's just say we're going to charge $16.50 for this one. Canned service, I want to save this for future use, so I'm hitting save service. And now I'm going to add one last service. And this one's going to be for a full vehicle. So I'm going to hit add service, create service, paint protection film. This one's going to be for a full vehicle package. I'm going to save all my notes in here. And then that one should be a hefty called $6,000. Freaking pain in the butt, full vehicle. Save as a canned service. I'm going to hit save service. And you can see I've just added 3 service options for our customer. Now, this is kind of like proposals where the first time you do it, it's going to, you have to set it up. And after that, every time you do it, it's just one. We hit add contact and we're going to, again, now let's go back around and add a brand new person. Let's say it's Paul. And Paul, we put in his phone number. Now, what I'm trying to show you is services. Our services can be helpful if you want to go to automotive, year, make, and model. I don't know what that is, an Audi 5000. It's got to be really old. We're just going to create a project. And then you could potentially just go to services here, and we can say, all right, they're going to do the full front paint protection. And then we go straight into invoice right here. Okay? So the idea is you're not always going to be creating a proposal for every customer, right? That's when you would just pick from your canned services, and you just pick whatever they want. And you can approve and unapprove services too. And it works the same way with a proposal. So if there's a bunch of services here as an option in a proposal and the customer picks only certain ones, they'll go to unapproved. And you can unapprove them as well. So look, if we add another service in here, hypothetically, let's say full vehicle, maybe we gave them a couple options in a proposal, you can unapprove them as well. It's that easy. And then one other place you can manage, so like you can manage your services and manage your proposals, is right here. So you can manage services right here, and that's going to help you view all your services, your canned services, and you can click add new to create all your canned services ahead of time. Okay? So you can do that from the canned service area, and I want to show you where that was one more time. You're just going to go to services, add service, and then behind that drop down, there's a manage services button. And you can go ahead and create your services ahead of time all at once. And then for proposals, you can go to your settings, you can go to configuration, and then you can go to manage canned proposals right here. Manage canned proposals, and here they are. And you can go ahead and from here right now, you can't create more and more proposals, but you can see an overview of all your existing proposals, and you can delete any ones that you don't want to be here. And for now, you'll be creating proposals, within a project or client, adding all the pictures, setting it all up, and so on. So Sean asked with invoices, why can't we make it so tax is always specified without having to select the tax percentage? Sean, you absolutely can. There's no reason you can't. So you want to go to settings, you want to go to configuration, and then you want to go down here to default tax rate, which is optional. And you can set up your default tax rate. And once you set it up there in your settings, it's going to apply that tax to every invoice. Now, when you're doing an invoice, you're going to see that you can always toggle your tax rates. So the reason for that is you never know if you're doing mobile work and you're in a different county or you're somewhere else or whatever it is, you might have to toggle a specific invoice, but you can set them to always be the same tax rate just from your settings. So once again, you're going to go to settings, you're going to go to configuration, and that's going to be a place where you can do a lot of things. So you can manage your canned proposals, you can adjust how your logo looks, set up all your notes on your proposals and your invoices, and as well as set up your tax rate, which is what Sean asked about. You can also set notes that will appear on every single invoice. However, on the invoice itself, you can also always add notes that you only want to appear on that specific invoice. So definitely, if you haven't, jump into your configuration area and go ahead and get that set up. And no need to be sorry. There's a lot of things in here, Sean. So you definitely should ask. There's a lot of stuff in here, and sometimes it takes a little exploration. But look, it's really not. It's really meant in a way that it should be intuitive. It's not that you need to know everything all at the beginning. You can start by simply hitting add contact, putting somebody's name in, putting their phone number in, hitting save contact, asking the year, make, and model of their vehicle. If you want, you could skip it. And the only reason I want to point out that you can skip it is because if maybe they don't even know the year, make, and the model. Maybe they're getting a quote and they haven't even bought the vehicle yet. And those are little things that we put within Tint Wiz to make it flexible so you're not forced to put in a vehicle, because maybe you're doing a quote for a vehicle and you don't even know what the vehicle is yet. And from there, you can go ahead and potentially just use an existing proposal, whichever ones you create, and you can go ahead and save and send. Now, or send right here. You need to hit save, or you can view it, or you can edit it, or whatever you need to do. Now, earlier in the live stream, there was a question about where to get the pictures from. So Here's the thing. The pictures, like, I think every tinter can relate with the idea of, you've probably tinted a million vehicles and a million homes and businesses, and there's just tons of projects you can remember. But if I asked you to pull up a picture from a specific year, make, and model, or a specific like type of thing you did, it might take you a while. You might have to go to an old phone or be scrolling for quite a while or check a computer or simply say, I don't know where it is, frankly, right? In Tint Wiz, if you're putting your pictures in Tint Wiz, which is super easy, you'll never have to wonder where those pictures are again, and you're going to see how you can reuse them when you're quoting, as well as a tool when you're showing customers on your iPad, on your phone, or whatnot as a portfolio. So I'm going to show you a few ways to do that. So first and foremost, if we're in a project, I showed you earlier how to attach pictures in a proposal. But what you should be doing on every single project is you should be taking before and after pictures of the vehicle and attaching them in here. So I'm going to do that with some example pictures I have ready. And you can see I can just grab a bunch of pictures at once that I take with my phone or computer, and I can upload them. Now, before I hit upload, I can show you that we can tag them as well. So we can tag them anything we want. We can tag them Upsell, and maybe it was a Tesla, and and you can add as many tags as you want. You can make your own tags and so on. And then we can just hit start upload, and we can upload those pictures in there. Okay. Now that's going to be your everything, because you can reference any project anytime in a few seconds and see the before pictures, the after pictures, your walk around video or pictures if there was any damage on the vehicle. You can take a picture of the VIN, you can take a picture of the box of film you use and put it in there. You'll know what that vehicle looked like when it got to your shop and when it left your shop, exactly like the day you did it, by putting those pictures in there. Now, the ways that that's helpful is, check this out. So if we want to look for a specific year, make, and model of a vehicle for any reason, to grab pictures, maybe to create a proposal, who knows? I can go to projects and I can search for a Tesla Model 3. And I can sort the status by paid in full, just the customers that are paid in full. And I can scroll through them and I can even see the color of the vehicle, right? I can see if they're red, if they're blue, if they're whatever. And I can find, let's say, a blue one. I can click in here and I can grab the pictures right out of here. And here are all the pictures of that vehicle. So I can search by year, make, and model, whatever it is in projects, even film type. But watch this. I can go to uploads, and uploads is like a big gallery of everything you've ever uploaded in here, okay? And what you can do is you can search for like by tag or by image name and just type in Upsell. And here are all the pictures of all the Upsell jobs we've done. Or I have a tag named Afternoon Glare. And you can see all the projects that tagged Afternoon Glare. So the idea is you can go in here and you can look through your pictures, you can re-tag them however you want, and they can become a portfolio that you can pull up for customers anytime they want to see something. So whether you're searching in projects by vehicle type, or whether you're searching in uploads by tag or file name, your pictures you're able to sort and pick up your pictures in just a few seconds to show your customers, to sell your customers. And for those flat glass dealers out there, what I suggest you do is you start tagging your pictures, your great pictures, by like subdivision and like neighborhood areas. Because when you're in somebody's home, you can pull this up and you can search by those tags that match their subdivision or their area, and you can show them other homes in their area just as a gallery, all of beautiful pictures. None of the ones that didn't come out good. You only tag the ones that you really like as a gallery, and then you're able to pull that up in seconds and show a customer all the homes you've done in their area. Or you tag them by solution, so you can show them, hey, check out all the privacy we've done on the front of homes. Check out all the clear heat rejection films we've done that had beautiful views. Check out all the inside views. Check out all the outside views, and so on. So that is where you can get your pictures, so that when you're creating your canned proposals, you're including the pictures that you want. So what I'm saying is, if you get a quote, let's say for like right now, you get a quote for somebody for an F-150, like let's say like a Raptor, or like, you're like, oh man, I'm gonna kill it on these Raptors. Let's sell them everything, right? So what you're gonna do is you can go in and we can go to one of our canned proposals. So we could say like we have John, with a Raptor. So we could just type in John's information, okay, John, and we get his phone number. And John wants everything, right? So we're going to use our everything proposal, but I want to make this one really special for John. So I'm going to do, Ford We're going to pick the year, and I'm going to hit create project. And then when I go to create a proposal, watch what I can do. I can go to create proposal. Maybe this is the proposal I want to use, but I want to customize it for him. So I can go in here, I can go to manage, okay? I can then go in here and I can edit this and I can start attaching. So let me attach all the pictures of the, F-150s we've done in here. So, and I could have grabbed those obviously from the gallery or by like going to the project or the gallery. And then what we can do is we can now edit this to be specific for, Ford F-150 or Raptor, whatever it is, Ford Raptor protection, whatever you want to do, and we're doing window film in this case. So, I'm jumping around a little, but here's the idea. What you can do is go to CAN proposal. We can call this Raptor quote, save proposal. We can send it to John by hitting send right here and we're done. We've sent it to John. And now if we get another call and the next one's from, Kevin, and Kevin's like, hey, I heard you do a lot of Raptors. You're like, yep, we sure do. I can send you a quote. We jump in here, we go year, make, and model. Say Ford F-150. Create project. And then we go to create proposal, and you can see now we have a Raptor quote in here. So what I'm saying is if you start with an existing proposal, you can edit it and then save it as a new proposal if you want. And now we have that specific Raptor proposal that we had created hypothetically, jumping through here with the Raptor protection and all the pictures of Raptors and so on. So that's the idea. I don't want to, there's a lot we can go over in Tint Wiz for those who maybe aren't so familiar with it. Maybe, you want to see scheduling and notes and inventory and so on. And what I recommend is schedule a one-on-one training session. So if you go to support in your app, you can schedule a one-on-one training session. You can do it all yourself. You can just jump in here. You have a calendar in here, and you can see that you can pick your days and times, appointment on Wednesday, what time would work for you, and so on. And you'll see if you check these calendars often, sometimes there'll be appointments on Sundays opening up and Saturdays opening up and something. They tend to book quick, the weekend ones. So keep an eye on it if you want to book a training session. And you can schedule as many of those as you need and as often as you need. There's no charge. Now, any questions you have, if you're working within the app and you have a question and you're just like, what do I do? Okay, what you need to do is just hit the live chat button, okay? Just hit that live chat button and ask us. And we're there 24/7 for you. Just send us a message, hit send message, and you can type anything you want. And you're going to speak to me or someone on the team. We're going to get you an answer back quickly. That is the only way to contact us with questions regarding Tint Wiz. That is the best way. That is the only way. That is the preferred way. That is the everything. So it is a feature of the app. We're there 24/7. We are blessed to support users in different time zones. We have users in Australia, in the UK, in the Philippines, in the United States, and Canada, and so on. So we really do have a great system in place to where we can help you out quickly, but you just need to go through that support area and go to that live chat. Or if it's more of a training thing, schedule yourself a one-on-one training session. And that's it. Those two places, we can take care of you, answer any questions, and so on. For anybody who's not familiar with the app as far as like getting started, all it takes is an email and your name. You don't need to put payment information in. You don't need to do much. So you can download the app from the Google App Store or from the Apple App Store. And you can also go to tintwiz.com and do it right from there and use it from the website. It's an app, it's a website, it's an everything. You can use it from anywhere. And that's it. I'm really excited about this. I'm excited to see what everybody builds out here. And I just want to remind you, when you're using it in combined with the lead forms, it makes it that much faster because the lead comes in to Tint Wiz from your website. You get an email, you get a notification, and then you're able to create a proposal in a couple seconds. You don't even have to type the year, make, and model if the customer had filled it out on the form. So highly recommend you get those lead forms set up. We can help you with those in support as well. We can help you get those set up, though they're pretty intuitive and straightforward. And then something that I think John mentioned earlier was in lead forms. We created a lead form earlier. We have a couple now that are named contact form. But if I click into lead form, you can see that one way I can share a lead form is as a QR code. So you can actually create a QR code and that'll link to that lead form, which will look just like this. So the QR code can be helpful. John had mentioned, this is cool, giant QR code. John had mentioned he put it on a sticker on his vehicle. You can also do it for like referrals for customers. You can put it at like on a wall. I mean, you can put it anywhere. It can be anything. It can be stickers, business cards, refer. It's just endless ways. So I just wanted to point that QR code out since he mentioned it. Cody says he just attached his lead form for the website. Literally, it took him seconds. Cody, you are the man, and it really does take seconds. All you do is grab that code and replace your existing code with that code. And you can create as many lead forms as you want. So the idea is you can put them on your homepage, on your contact page, on your vehicle page, on your, if you have a page about homes, you can make one that has an address field and so on. And that just saves you the time from having to ask questions to the customer or copy and paste information. They put their information in, you give them their quote. If they want, they can approve it online. You can schedule it in seconds, and you start to see that running your business, it starts to change. And okay, circling back to why I was so kind of like excited at the beginning, well, throughout this whole entire thing, why I'm so excited about canned proposals specifically, because canned proposals are going to give Tint Wiz users a chance to build out creative, like beautiful, beautiful proposals and use them over and over again with a click. And you know, the first proposals you create are going to be great, but then you're going to be like, I know I can make it better. And then somebody's going to come along and say, I'm going to create images that show my whole process for this service and portfolios. And I'm going to create a lot of different versions specific to different solutions and types of customers. And what's going to happen is that's going to end up becoming more and more the standard and less the outliers. So why I'm excited is because I know that this tool is giving anyone who uses it a huge advantage right now. And it's going to be a huge advantage until the rest of the market catches up, until people realize, oh shit, I can no longer just send a text message or a text email, or I can't just quote over the phone and hang up because it just isn't what customers are expecting. They're expecting a digital proposal and they're expecting pictures. And if I don't send that, somebody else will. So what I'm saying is this is that early mover advantage, okay? Right now, if you're jumping in, whether you use it or you don't use it already, just jump into support and you can ask us questions. We're ready to help in any way possible. So thank you all. Have a great evening and enjoy. Bye-bye.